A vacant downtown lot is about to get new life, providing affordable housing and helping seniors. As Fresh Alert 6 producer Roger Hamer shows us, the property had some big dreams in the past, but now even bigger plans for the future.
Together, Omaha took over this old hotel at 22nd and Douglas Street in downtown Omaha back in 2021. The nonprofit converted it into temporary housing for homeless seniors. It worked for a while, but in the summer of 2024, Together Omaha shut down the operation, citing financial issues. Today, the hotel is gone and the site sits empty, but not for long.
It complies with our master plan. It's a good infill project for downtown. We like the affordable housing.
The plan now calls for a 5-story apartment building with 45 units of affordable housing and senior living and 25 market-rate apartments.
I think this project has a lot of potential. We spend a lot of time with it, with the programming, the design to help support the area, knowing we had City View and some other areas. The lack of affordable housing in downtown is something I will really want to address, and this project helps get that done, especially in the urban core with the streetcar. The position of this project, I think, fits well to serve the overall master plan for how we want to see the city be developed in the future.
The developers asked the Omaha City Council for just over $1.1 million in tax increment financing to help with the $17.5 million cost.
CHI Health is also a partner in this project. As it is geared towards seniors, there will be programs for 55 and older, whether that be hearing and sight impaired, accessibility, those sort of things.
This will add more units for our older adults in Omaha. And also, not all of the units are required that you have to be over 50, and so there's an intergenerational component, which is a really a strong component of this as well. We really see this as a project that also builds up the ecosystem of developers. We need more local housing developers that are mission aligned, that want to bring good projects to the market.
Not everyone agreed with the plan.
Senior citizens say you can put 55 and older or not, but they're not going to be living in these little dwellings anymore. They wanted some freedom. Ain't nobody going to move in there.
City Councilwoman LaVanya Goodwin liked the project and the outside investment it's attracting.
Front porch investment, CHI has a programming investment, LITEC, all of that. And then a willing developer to then partner with a emerging developer to then help you upskill in your project.
The council approved the financing request. Roger Hamer, First Alert 6.
Yeah, affordable housing, clearly a major issue here in Omaha. Meantime, the developer estimates the 45 affordable housing units will be less than $1,000 a month. Market rate rentals are estimated at under $1,500 a month. To this story now, Iran is expected to respond to the latest U.S. peace proposal today. This just after U.S. traded strikes with Iran over the last 2 days. Here's First Alert 6 Washington correspondent Katrin Asef with how this could impact peace talks.